Your big risk, if you're going to use vaulted gold, if you're going to own gold at arm's length in secure storage, your biggest risk by far, and this is where you own it, you're not unallocated, this is where you are the owner, your biggest risk by far is fraud by your provider. And it's not an uncommon scam by any means. I mean, if you go to Google and you type in gold storage scam Florida or California, you'll find plenty of examples recently and also over the last 30, 40 years of companies setting up saying, we have gold in a vault which you can buy, and then the company goes kaput and the customers and the police go in and there's nothing in the vault. Okay, it's just an out-and-out scam. The problem there is that what always happens is the customer is given a piece of paper. The piece of paper says, you have some gold in the vault, thank you very much. Okay, it's like a receipt. The problem with that is there's no way of checking whether that same receipt hasn't actually been sold 10, 20, 30 times over. Okay. It's impossible for you to check this. How on earth can you check this? You don't know who else the other customers might be. Impossible. What BullionVault does to solve this problem is, because of what the internet enables us to do, we don't give you a paper receipt. You obviously have a lot of electronic communication with us. You have emails which you should save to your hard drive, etc. You print out for your own tax records and such. And obviously they all have a trail through the internet anyway. An email can be tracked back to the IP addresses. So it's actually better than a piece of paper anyway in that regard. What you also have, however, is a central register of all customers. And that is published each day on the internet. Every single customer, with all of their holdings in gold, silver and cash, is shown in public on the internet. Now, each customer is shown by an anonymous nickname. They know who they are, nobody else knows who they are. But you can see yourself, so you know what your nickname is, and you can change it if you wish to something just you're going to remember, but you want to try and make sure it's something that nobody else is going to recognise as being you. And then you can go online, and this is without logging in, it's very important, this is without logging in, so you're just visiting the website, and on the daily audit, you will see your holdings as of midnight the previous night listed. Okay, so it's a snapshot. It's not live. If you go and buy sell.
Is it connected? Your name connected to an individual bar on an individual?
No. Because as what you own on BullionVault is fine gold or silver within the stock of customer property. You're in there and you own the gold content there. What you have is your quantity of cash, your quantity of gold, and your quantity of silver broken out. This is in public. Against that, we then publish the bar lists from the independent specialist custodians that we use, Brinks and Veermat, to actually count. And these are specialists. We don't operate our own vaults. Very important again that we don't operate our own vaults. Fraud becomes very much easier in our business if you are both the product provider and the custodian. Because if we say to you, yes, we've got all this gold in the vault, we can of course then fabricate a bar list to demonstrate how much is there. Right. We're using an independent company whose bar list we then publish for our customers to review.
And they're audited from the outside?
Well, no, these are produced by the custodian. Now, the custodian, they are contractually obliged to report the quantity of gold and break it down by bar. And each bar is then listed by its own brand, its number, its fineness, and that's all illustrated. So it runs for many pages. For instance, in the Zurich vault for gold, there's many, many pages of bars, all listed out, and the sum total of the fine gold that's in all of these bars. So you can see that, and that comes from Veermat, and is their bar list, which we then publish for our customers to review. And what you'll find is that the sum total of customer holdings matches exactly down to the last gram with the sum total of what is being stored in the vault. And that's coming from an independent company. Right. These custodians are independent of us. So we're providing the customer data, they're providing the bullion data of how much is actually there. What we also do then, so you can check this every day, and anyone can check this information. As a customer, just go and look at this and I can reconcile the two. What we also then do every year is when we have our financial audit done as a business, our formally filed accounts, we have independent accountants, independent auditors come in to check our books and make sure that as a business everything's okay. We require them to also do a spot check on the daily audit. And they do this throughout the year, randomly selected days. They look at the daily audit, take the customer list as published for everybody else to see, and they do the reconciliation as well to make sure that it's there. You can do this yourself but we make our auditors, our independent auditors, do this as well. Also, to make sure that the bar lists are accurate, we also, our auditors then also get a firm of independent assayers to go into the vault and to do a tally count on the quality of the bars, to pick up the bars, physically examine them, make sure they're all good delivery in terms of markings, handling and so on. Okay. So the bar lists are produced by an independent company. They are then checked again by another independent company. Daily audit is then checked by our independent auditors. So you have 3 checks there from independent external companies to BullionVault. And what that means is that your biggest risk as a vaulted gold investor, double counting, is eliminated.